Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving you all my 2024 Cup Series predictions for the season, which will be actually kicking off tomorrow as I'm recording this for the pole qualifying for the Daytona 500. And I'm a little late to the party on this because I was going to upload this before the Clash, but 2 weeks late. So I don't think I really don't think I should throw in the Clash because it's just an exhibition race. It's just for fun. So I'm not going to be bringing that up too much. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting off with Trackhouse Racing, with the 1 Wash Chastain and the 99 Daniel Suarez. Starting off with Chastain, once again, he had another multi-win season last year, won the championship race at Phoenix, so if he would have made the Final Four, he would have won the title. And after his win in Nashville last year, he kind of fell off a cliff and really didn't hear from him again until the playoffs. So my expectations for Chastain is to be more consistent. Once again, have a multi-win season, make the playoffs, and make the round of 12 again, maybe the round of 8. And maybe upset people and make the championship 4 like he did in 2022. As for his teammate Daniel Suarez, on the other hand, he had a bad year last year. I think he only had, 3 or 4 top 5s, the whole year? Which, that's disappointing, especially with Chastain, your teammate, out here winning 2 races. So, and he's going to have a new crew chief, though, with Matt Swiderski, a.k.a. Squid. And his former crew chief, Travis Mack, could be going over to the 16 car, so they basically swapped roles. Since they have more of an alliance now, since one of their drivers is running the national cars, so full-time. So, for Daniel Suarez, I hope they find the speed again. He should make the playoffs, but last year he didn't make the playoffs at all. He was a good 40, 50 points out. So that was disappointing for Suarez. So he should make the playoffs. I think he should win a race at least, maybe 2. But I really hope he does make. If he misses the playoffs again, then it's going to give Trackhouse the impression that they're going to have to replace him at the end of next year. I think his contract is up after 2025. And it'd be a shame for Trackhouse to ditch Suarez because they basically started the team with him. So I really hope don't see that happening either. Next is Team Penske, starting off with the 2 Austin Cindric. Many people call it a sophomore slump, but he was just terrible last year. Only 1 top 5 the whole year, which was a 5th at Talladega in the fall. 1 top 5 and 6 top 10s? I mean, I get it. It's his second year in Cub, but for a Penske car, that is totally unacceptable. And I know his dad works with the team and some leadership role, but still, look at Cole Custer. He, after 3 full-time years in Cup, he went back down to Xfinity. So I wouldn't be surprised. I really hope hopefully they do the same treatment they do with Cindric. If he doesn't improve this year. Sorry. But even if he has another bad season, then he should still at least lose his wide. But I think he'll keep his wide because his dad's one of the leaders of the team. But my expectations for Cindric, he should make the playoffs. He should. And he should win a race, at least. Or if not win a race, then start getting more top 10s and more top 5s. And start running better. Because I know they were a little behind. The team was a little behind at the beginning of the year. Because it wasn't just Cindric, it was also Logano and Blaney too for some parts. So last year the team started off bad, but Blaney and Logano got it rolling at the end, whereas Cindric didn't. So they did make a crew chief swap at the playoffs with Brian Wilson coming over, the crew chief of Cindric. So he should have him again at the top of the box. So this year, so hopefully Brown and make that 2 car better. We'll see. Next is your reigning champion, Ryan Blaney. Last year he won 3 races and made the championship 4, won the title by finishing second to Ross Chastain. First time since the playoff era that the winner of the race did not win the championship as well. Surprising it took him 10 years. But my expectations for Blaney, once again, make the playoffs, once again win multiple races, and once again be in the fight for the championship. He should make the round of 8 at least. Championship 4 is a possibility. And once you get to the Final 4, anything can happen. Same goes for his teammate Joe Logano. Last year he only won 1 race, which was Atlanta in the spring. Then I think he had like 11 top 5. So he had speed. He wasn't consistent enough. And with how many playoff points he had going into the playoffs, he got eliminated early in the round of 16, which that was surprising. But apparently, it's an even numbered year, and for some reason, the past few years, since 2016 or 2015, something like that, every even numbered year, he's either winning races or winning championships or fighting for the championship. And in the odd numbered years, he's just no showing, just like last year and 2017. So, since it's an even numbered year, he should make the round of 8. He should be in the championship 4. He should be winning multiple races, and he should have a shot at the title. Next is RCR. We got the 3 of Austin Dillon. He had a dismal year. I think this was like his worst year since like 2016 or something like that. 2016, 2017. Not 17. It's like 16 or something like that. And he was just terrible all year. I think he had like 29 points, which was disappointing. While his teammate Kyle Busch was out here winning 3 races. So I believe Keith Waddon is still his crew chief this year. So they didn't start off great last year. Hopefully they get better this year, because I know Austin has the talent. It's just he just needs to find the speed. But I don't think he'll make the playoffs. I mean, he should make the playoffs, but I don't think he will. But we'll see. He either makes the playoffs on points or a win. And I think a win will be more of a thing. And his teammate Kyle Busch, he started off the year strong, but then as we got to the middle part of the year after his win at Gateway, he fell off. He missed the round of 12. I had him going to the championship 4 last year, but he got eliminated in the round of 12. So my expectations for Kyle, once again, win multiple races. It'll be if he doesn't win a race, it'll be his 20th consecutive season with a victory, which that's a record. It's already a record because he has 19, which is the most of all time. Better than Richard Petty, which is crazy to think. So he should win multiple races, and he should be fighting for the championship. Hopefully, make it to the round of 8 this time, and then possibly the championship 4. But we'll see. Next is SHR. They got 2 new drivers this year, with Josh Berry in the 4, Noah Gragson in the 10. Starting off with Josh Berry, he's going to be competing for Rookie of the Year. He's one of the main 3 candidates with Carson Hocevar and Zane Smith. My expectations for Josh, I think he'll win Rookie of the Year, but it's gonna be close between him, Smith, and Hocevar. I don't think he'll make the playoffs, but if he does, it'll be with a win. But he should be like right around the playoff bubble. With SHR, how they are performing right now, it'd be surprising to see all 4 like up front again, like the old days. His teammate Noah Gragson, on the other hand, at the 10. This would be technically his first full-time season in Cup, but at the same time, he was supposed to be full-time last year, but unfortunate circumstances took him out of the car, and he lost his ride. So, for Noah, same thing with Josh. I don't think he'll make the playoffs, but if he does, it'll be with a win. And he should be, again, right around that playoff bubble, maybe behind Josh, but we'll see. Next is Chase Briscoe, who I guess is technically the leader of the team now, since Kevin Hart retired. Last year, he just had an abysmal year. Like, he got like the biggest penalty handed down to him ever, like 120 points and top 25 playoff points. So if he would have made the playoffs, he would have been in the hole to begin with. He would have started off with 1,180 points instead of 2,005. So, which that basically killed it. His season was already pretty bad as it was, but that just basically killed it. They killed the year for that 14 card at Charlotte. But my expectations for Briscoe, he should be right around that playoff bubble, but he should be ahead of he's ahead of Barry and Gregson if he's the team leader. He should be ahead of the 4. He should be ahead of the 10 if he's the leader. And he might sneak a win in, but it just depends on how the new forward does for the team. Hopefully it turns the team around. Hopefully, because I really don't want to see SHR shut the doors. But if they shut down the Cup team, they have an Xfinity team and a national team to lean on, and they've been pretty successful as of late. So, last but not least is Ryan Preece, who had that awful crash at Daytona last summer, coming back to the track where he flipped vigorously. He should have won Martinsville in the spring, last year, but he got a speeding penalty, and that basically killed his race. Led the first 135 laps of the race, speeding penalty. So my expectations for Preece, the team as a whole were really good at short tracks for some reason. I don't know why, but they were really good at short tracks, but not good anywhere else. Interesting. But for Preece, he should be really good at the short tracks again this year since he's a short track racer. He got his his lone top 5 at a short track at Richmond last summer. So I thought he was going to win that race too. That would be pretty cool to see Preece win Richmond. But he unfortunately he didn't. I think he'll be the worst of the 4 cars at SHR, because the 41s historically, as of late, has been the worst out of the 4. But hopefully that'll change. Same thing with his teammates. If he'll either win a race to make the playoffs or be right around the playoff bubble. It's really sad how SHR has fallen over the past couple of years. It's kind of sad. Next is Hendrick. We got Kyle Larson in the 5. He won 4 races last year, and he made the championship 4. He came so close to winning the title to Ryan Blaney. It would have been deja vu 2021, where his pit crew helped him win the title. My expectations for Kyle Larson: once again win multiple races, once again make the championship 4, and have a shot at the title. His teammate William Bond in the 24 did the same thing last year. He won multiple races, and they had actually won the most races with 6, and he finished 3rd of the championship 4. So I don't think he'll win 6 races again this year, but he should win multiple races again. Since last year, he finally broke through and got multiple wins. Well, yeah, he won 2 a couple years ago, but this was when he went on a tear. So he should do it again. Chase Elliott, he missed 7 races last year, 6 to injury, 1 with the suspension for wrecking Denny Hamlin in Charlotte. He should, last year was just an anomaly for him because nothing went right for him. And there was times that he could make it in on points, and other times he needed to win. So I think for Chase, he should win. He should make the playoffs again. He should go back to victory lane, and he should win multiple races just like his teammates. Their other teammate though, Alex Bowman in the 48, he's a question mark because he missed 3 races last year, but he started off the year great last year, leading the points, think out of the races that he started before he got injured, like he finished outside the top 10 once. Like it was the best start to his career. And then he got injured, and then ever since he wasn't the same. And people thought that he still wasn't 100%. So, my expectations for Bowman, he'll make the playoffs for sure. If he doesn't, then that's just a huge disappointment. But I don't think he'll win multiple races like his teammates. I think he'll win at least one. 2 at the most. But his other teammates, they should be winning like 3 or 4 at least. But for Bowman, he should win at least 1, but maybe 2. And definitely should make the playoffs. Next is RFK. They had a team resurgence last year. 2022 we saw a little glimpse of it, but 2023 that's when the team was actually relevant again for the first time since 2014, with Carl Edwards on the team, which we know how long it's been since Welch was competitive. Both made the playoffs. Chris Buescher made it to the round of 8, and Brad Keselowski eliminated the round of 12. So, first time the team made the playoffs in a long time since 2017 with Stenhouse when he won 2 races. So, and he made it to the round of 12 that year, barely. So, starting off with Brad Keselowski, he came so close to winning last year. I just really wanted him to win last year. It's so bad. I think he'll finally knock that door down. I think he'll finally kick the door down to victory lane and make the playoffs. He should make the round of 12 again this year. He should. With how the team performed last year, he should make it to the round of 12 again. His teammate Chris Buescher, he had a breakthrough, just like William Byron, he had a breakthrough year too, winning multiple races and making it to the round of 8 surprisingly, and almost the championship 4. If only the round of 8 would have went right for him, then he would have made the championship 4. Because he had a great one in Phoenix too, so you never know. But for Chris, I think he'll get back to victory lane. I don't think he'll win 3 races though. I think he'll win maybe 2 at the most. 1 definitely, 2 at the most. But I don't think he'll win 3. And just like Brad, I think he'll make the round of 12. Maybe the round of 8 again. Next is Spire. They've been on a spending spree the past 5 months. Yeah, 5-6 months, something like that. Because they bought a truck team. They got a 3rd car now. So starting off with Corey LaJoie in the 7. He had a breakout year last year. Got his best career finish twice, I believe, a 4th. Which that was awesome to see. And he was actually competing for a playoff spot at the beginning of the year, but then of course he kind of fell off there towards the middle of part of the regular season. But it was crazy to see him competing for a playoff spot in a Spire car, with the head of Haas cars, a legacy car, actually both of them. Look, that team did something last year. The 77, on the other hand, was off completely, but the 7 was on fire. Now with 2 young drivers in Carson Oswald and Zane Smith with the team, it'd be interesting to see how Corey LaJoie stacks up against them. But for Corey, my expectations for him, I don't think he'll win a race, but if he does, it will be on a super speedway. And he's been pretty under the radar on super speedways as of late, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him win one and sneak us right into the playoffs. However, I don't think that'll happen. The team should be like top 20 though, top 20, top 25, because I believe he finished like 22nd or 23rd in points in that 7 car, so that would be pretty good. Next is Zane Smith in the 71, the new car for Spire. making the jump from the Truck Series to the Cup Series. Same with Carson. My expectations for Zane, just those log the laps, just try to win Rookie of the Year. Same goes with Carson Oswald, just log some laps. Don't think they'll win. If they do, it's on the super speedway, but I don't see that happening for either one of them. And just log some laps, try to win Rookie of the Year, and go from there. It'd be interesting what Zane would do next year since he's under contract with Trackhouse, but he's got at least start Aspire. So it'd be interesting if he goes to Trackhouse next year in a third car, if Trackhouse can get a third charter, which they said that's the plan. Next is Joe Gibbs Racing. Starting off the 11, Denny Hamlin. Won multiple races last year, just missed the championship for 2 years in a row now. And he made the Final Four in 2021, and 2020, and 2019. So he's been on a little bit of a career resurgence since 2019, because 2018 he was terrible. His first winless season, and got away the round of 16. Then since 2019, he's won multiple races, and he's made either renovated championship for every year. So I think that trend will continue. I think that trend will continue. I think he'll win multiple races again, and I think he'll make the championship 4 again. However, winning it is a whole different story. But we'll see. He has the talent to do it, and he is currently right now the greatest driver in NASCAR history without a championship. He's better than Mark Martin. But if he does win the title, then that just changes completely. Next is Montrex Jr. He started off the year fantastic, but once the playoffs hit, it just threw it all away. And lucked his way in the round of 8, somehow. This could be his final year in Cup, though. It could not. But I think it will be. I think this will be his final year. Especially with how last year ended. So, only 2 top 10 finishes. Sorry, only 1 top 10 finish, 2 top 15s. No, it was 2 top 10s throughout the whole playoffs. Which that's unacceptable, especially in Gibbs equipment. No, he had bad luck and all that, but still, that's just not acceptable. But I think this will be Truex's final year in Cup. Full time. And I would not be surprised if he announced at the very end of the year that he's retiring. But my expectations for him, he should win multiple races, and he should make the playoffs, and he should be fighting for a spot in the championship 4. Round of 8 at least. His teammate Crystal Bell in the 20. Lucked his way in the championship 4 2 years in a row, which I'm not surprised. He's been the dark horse of the team, even when Kyle Busch was there. So he should win a race or 2, and he should make the round of 8 at least. We'll see Bell. And the young prodigy and Ty Gibbs, he had a great rookie season, honestly, last year with 4 top 5s, 10 top 10s. Even though he didn't go to victory lane, he locked up Rookie of the Year very early on. And for a rookie in first year in Cup, that's really impressive. That's really good. And he was also competing for a playoff spot too. So what more could you ask for in a rookie? My expectations for him, I think he will break through and win a race this year. I think only one though. He'll make the playoffs for the first time in his young career, and I think he will break through the victory lane and get his first career win. I'll be surprised if he wins more than one, though. But we'll see, though. Next is Wickway Racing. Got Kaz Guala and Cody Way on the 15. Just log some laps, finish races, just keep the car in one piece. Same goes for Justin Haley in the 51. Just log some laps, finish the races, and I wouldn't be surprised if Justin Haley could sneak a win in at Daytona Talladega, but I don't see it happening. But you never know; anything can happen. We'll see. Next is Colleague Racing, with the 16 car being the All-Star car, with AJ Allmendinger and Josh Williams currently, and SVG currently slated for that 16 car. For AJ, I think he'll want Sonoma. For road courses, I think he'll want Sonoma and the Charlotte Oval. So for Allmendinger, I think he'll win a race in that car. He's also gonna be in the All-Star race too, at North Wilkesboro. So, because we won the Louisville last year. So for Allmendinger, I think he'll sneak a win in, only on a road course though, or this weekend Daytona. You never know. Josh Williams, just lock some laps, get some good finishes, and keep the car in one piece. SVG, same thing. I think he'll might sneak a win in on a road course. I don't think so though. And on the ovals, he's going to struggle. So, just keep the car in one piece and try to stay out of trouble. And the next car, the 31, Daniel Hemrick. Same thing. Just keep the car in one piece. If he wins the race, he'll probably be on a super speed. It'll be a super speedway, but I don't see him winning Daytona, Talladega, or Atlanta. So, just keep the car in one piece and try to be in like the 25th range. Hopefully, he does better than his rookie year though, because he showed glimpses of hope in 2022 at the beginning of the year, qualifying top 10, winning top 10. I think he was like 3 or 4 laps down in that race at Fontana, and he came back to finish like 9th, which was insane. How? I got no idea. So hopefully, he has glimpses of hope. It's just putting it all together is the whole thing. Next is the Wood Brothers with the 21 car, Harrison Burton. This is, I think, same thing with Cindric. I think it's a make or break year for him. I can see that Roger and the Wood Brothers have hope and high promise for him, but I think he did worse last year than this year, and his rookie year. It could be a sophomore slump thing, but their seasons were basically the same. So unlike Cindric, I think if Harrison does not improve this year, I think he'll get kicked out of that 21 car, because it was rumored last year that he might not be in the 21 next year for this season. So if he does the same thing this year like he did last year in 2022, he'll definitely not be in that 21 next year. I think Roger and the Wood Brothers are going to be looking for someone else to fill that role in that 21 car. So Harrison has to improve this year. He has to. Like, there's no must. And actually, no, yes, there is. He must improve. There's no need to improve. He must improve. Next is the front row. The 34 Michael McDowell shocked the world when he won the final road course race in Indy, holding off fellow road course racer Chase Elliott for that win. Locked himself into the playoffs, but even without that win, even without that win, even though Watkins Glen and Daytona kind of fell flat on him, so he wouldn't have made the playoffs, but he was competing for a playoff spot even without that win at Indy. If Chase Elliott would have won Indy that year or last year, McDowell would have been right on the bubble, but then Watkins Glen Daytona would have happened, and then he wouldn't have made the playoffs. So he got lucky with a win. However, I don't think he'll win again this year. But I would not be surprised to see him right around that playoff bubble, just like he was last year. Which that was just very surprising in itself to see McDowell fighting for a playoff spot on points. Same with Stenhouse too, which we're gonna be talking about him in a little bit. His teammate Todd Gillen in the 38. He earned his spot though in that 38 though. Started off the year great. It got like 3 top 10s, like the first 10 races or something like that. But then after that, he kind of fell off and was never seen again. I still think Front Row made the wrong choice, making Zane Smith leave, and keeping Todd Gillen in that car. But I get why. It's because Todd proved to the team and proved to himself that he can compete in the Cup Series. I just don't think Bob Jenkins in front row made the right call. Keeping Todd at 38. I think Zane should be in the 38. But Zane still got his shot in Cup, so I guess it worked out for him. My expectation for Todd, do the same thing he did last year, but do it better. What I mean by that is he started off the year fantastic last year, but then he fell off. This year he should start off the year the same way. However, he should keep that momentum rolling throughout the year until it eventually runs out. So I don't think Todd will be competing for a playoff spot, but if he does, it'll be with a win. Unlike Mike McDowell, but he should be like 25th, 20th at least. We got 2 more teams to go. We got Legacy Motor Club here with the 42 and the 43. John Nemechek in the 42. The team as a whole swapping from Chevy to Toyota. They were I think they were like the second or third biggest silly season move in the Cup Series behind Almirola leaving SHR and Harvick leaving SHR or retiring. So, but they made the swap to Toyota from Chevrolet. Starting off with John Nemechek. His second full year in Cup. He's going to have his National League crew chief, Ben Bayshore, with him. I don't think Nemechek will win. However, he will be I think he'll be in the playoff bubble. But like 20th, 22nd, 23rd. Right around that range. Eric Jones, on the other hand, the 43. I think he could sneak a win in. And not on a super speedway. Because historically, Kansas, for example, that's been Toyota's backyard since the next gen. I think they've won every race at Kansas in the next gen. It's been either been Denny Hamlin 2311. So, I would not be so. I mean, they do have a new Toyota body though, but it should be interesting. It's more like the Supra in the Nash series, but I think Eric Jones can sneak a win in, and I think he could be for a playoff spot. But it won't be on the super. I don't think it'll be on the Super Speedway. It could be Darlington, which that track's been really good to Eric as of late, because he got his last win there too in the Southern 500. So I would not be surprised to see Eric Jones sneak a win in, and not on a Super Speedway. I would not be surprised at all. And last but not least, we got JTG Doherty Racing with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the 47. Just like Michael McDowell, he was competing for a playoff spot even without that win from the Daytona 500 last year. But of course, the win saved him because he would have missed the playoffs, I think. He would have been like a few points behind Bubba, I think, after some race at Daytona. So last year was JTG's best season, I think, overall. Ever since they've been in the Cup Series in 2009, I think. I think it was 2009. So my expectations for them, I think they might sneak a win in again at Daytona Talladega, but I don't see it happening. However, I do kind of like McDowell. I do think they could be right around that playoff bubble as well. So it'll be really interesting how this year will play out for not just Stenhouse, but everyone else as well. So that's gonna do it for me, y'all. That is your 2024 Cup Series lineup and predictions and expectations. Just like the Nash Series, it's going to be really competitive. There's like a good 20, 25, 20, 21, 22, 23 cars, maybe 25 that have a good chance to win each and every week. Which, that's crazy to think. Because the Nash Series is kind of the same way, but it's like 16, 17, maybe 20 at the most. So I would not be surprised to see a playoff field get shaken up throughout the year, just like last year. Same with the Nash Series. And that's going to do it for me, y'all. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, share the video. Ring the little bell so you know whenever I upload. The season's about to kick off tomorrow night with front row qualifying for the Daytona 500. Tomorrow night. Then the duels will be Thursday night. And then the first points race will be for the trucks Friday Night Daytona. I can't wait. I've been excited for it the past couple hours. Not a couple hours, past few days. But I'll catch y'all in the next one. See ya.